Hey, what's up, you guys? We're hanging out here with Black Veil Brides at Silco Auditorium. Who do I have here?
My name is Andy Six.
If you were a porn star, what would your porn star name be? Think of a good one.
Dennis Westtower.
Why did you say that?
That's just going to be my porn star name. It's not going to be. I'm never going to become a porn star, but if I were to be a porn star, my name would be Dennis Westtower.
I like it.
Don't even question it. Just go with it.
When you guys get married, people in the van, specifically you, and your wives pick out wedding dresses, will black veils be required?
That was creative. That was very nice.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I give it a good mark. No, that's not required.
Huh.
However,
likely
it would be nice. It would be nice, but I don't want to require that of my wife, my future wife. So.
Okay.
I think everyone else at the wedding should be wearing black veils.
What does Black Veil Brides mean? What is your music about? What does it mean to your fans? What's your message here?
The name itself represents when a nun marries into the church, she marries God and gives up the cardinal pleasures of life, and she wears a black veil. And I sort of like the dichotomy of a rock and roll band sort of being completely about the cardinal pleasures of life, and I can associate with the idea of devoting everything you have to something like a dream or an ideal that you have. So that's where the name comes from.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
19. What are some of the biggest challenges you guys all face, but you specifically, I guess, being on the road at such a young age and I guess having all this touring responsibility? Is it difficult?
I'm 6'2". I have a very deep voice. I'm very hard-headed, and most people don't really question what I have to say because I know what I want to do in my life. And so honestly, I'm more lucky than anything. There's no real I don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, I wish I could be playing in the park or something. I'm 19, I'm an adult, and I have to take responsibility for my life, and I think that there's no greater way of doing that than living your dream.
How did your mom take the news that this is what you wanted to do for a career?
She doesn't know yet. We're gonna tell her.
Okay.
No.
I might see this.
No, they support me. Both my parents are incredibly supportive. They come to a lot of the shows on tour, and they're great.
What do you think of all the makeup and the whole look and everything?
Again, I'm not wearing makeup. This is how I was born. So
we need that on camera. So this is your actual look.
I'm offended that you say that this is makeup because this is my skin. No, from a very early age I dressed in makeup, and I loved bands like Kiss and Motley Crue, and I think that's sort of obvious in how we look. And I idolized those bands, and I wanted to dress up like that. And my whole name, the whole Andy Six thing, sort of came from my obsession with dressing up like those characters, and my dad would kind of call me that. And then I started playing like sports and stuff when I was a kid. My number was always 6, and both of my parents are very supportive of how I want to look, and they basically just told me that if you're going to dress that way and that makes you happy, there's a lot of people in the world that will probably talk crap to you for how you look, but if you can defend yourself and it makes you happy, then we support you.
How often do you look all the way like this, like the full outfit and everything?
Well, every night since I'm on tour. Okay. But
well, do you look like this at home?
No, I mean, I guess so. I sort of look like this without the makeup and a little less studs. But I mean, this is me. It's not. We're not dressing up in Halloween costumes. We do this for stage. It's a little bit more than what we normally look like. But there's a lot of bands we've actually toured with that they go out on stage and they look like this dark horror band or whatever, and then in real life they're like t-shirt and jeans guys, and it's kind of disappointing because we're a real rock and roll band, and we want this is what we love, this is how we live. So
how long does this take? Like, if I were to try and look like this, how long do you think it would take?
Well, my makeup takes about an hour, but that's only the body paint takes about a half hour, but that's only because I have horrible ADD and I just look at other things and talk to other people, and
while you're doing it,
I have to go out and smoke like at least 19 cigarettes within the course of this. So it could take you a half an hour. It takes me an hour due to ADD.
You guys deal, I'm sure, with the look and all that stuff. Do you get a lot of haters, a lot of hecklers, people who give you crap for no reason? And I guess, how do you deal with it?
Well, I mean, that's actually part of our whole message and our idea is behind the band is that, I dress this way and I look this way because I enjoy it and I like the way that I look. I think it's cool. And, I know a lot of kids come to our shows and they come in full makeup and they do everything and it makes them happy. And at the end of the day, there's so many people that are so concerned with not making themselves happy, making other people unhappy, that you have to be able to be above that and know that anything that you do, as long as it's within reason, I'm not advocating you go kill someone, but anything you do that makes you happy, I think there's nothing wrong with that, and it's other people's problem if they don't accept that.
When you have kids someday, what do you think they'll think of the whole image, the band, the music?
I'd like, if I had kids one day, for them to see what their dad did in his youth, and maybe respected it, or understand that, if nothing else, if I have a child and they have a goal in their life, I can show my child that at a very young age I went after my dream, and whether they want to be a doctor or whatever they want to be in their life, whether it's, they want to follow in my path and be in a band or whatever, as long as they can see an example of, hey, I did what I wanted to do in my life, and so can you, I think that's the most important thing. And honestly, that's the most important thing for any of our fans. If you look at us and you see us at our age and what we're doing, and you're inspired to do anything in your life, then that's the best thing I could do.
What do you guys like to do for fun? And more importantly, has it ever gotten you into any trouble?
There's so many bands out there that they're like, I'm gonna tell you about how rad I am and how much I do, and then like that's how they can convince you about how rock and roll they are. For us, I think you can probably assume what we do. You can probably assume that we do a lot of things, and I'd like for you to assume that. In fact, I'd like you to imagine the great world that we live in, and that's the world that we live in. Whatever you can imagine us doing, paint it on Black Veil Brides. We're a clean slate.
That's right, and you can't see it, but there's a giant, what looks like could be a sex toy over there.
There is a giant.
They could be doing that.
You can, yeah, pan that over. We're in a gymnasium right now, so.
What do you think about this?
All my interviews in gymnasiums, by the way. This is something I require before I'll do an interview. I have to.
This was all brought in for this interview.
Well, yeah, we have a small trailer that carries this gymnasium. It's actually collapsible. If you were to walk outside, it's just a tent. It looks very impressive inside. I also need a full abandoned bar in all gymnasiums.
Full abandoned bar.
Yeah, that's.
And are you good at gymnastics? Like, could you get on here and do some tricks?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I can. I'm actually an Olympian, so.
Really?
No.
Oh, wow.
Do I look like one? You see, you trusted me. Don't do that.
That's a shame. Right. Now you've lied to me now, and I don't.
Interview's over. Done.
Yeah. Finish the questions, but you're not invited to my birthday party like I thought you were going to be.
You seem to get a lot of attention from girls. Are you the Romeo of the group?
I think we all are in our own right. I mean, I think that we all have something different. We sort of, I'm the guy who, I like to write lyrics and be by myself and sort of like a brooding poet type. Ashley, our bass player, is very much like outgoing ladies man. He likes to, he likes the Playboy style women. And
is it kind of awkward that fans come up expecting hugs, kisses, or they're pouring their soul out to you? I mean, how do you kind of keep a proper distance?
Well, I mean, there's really no reason for me to be upset. It would be like, imagine if I were to be elected to be president.
Okay.
And then I'm in office after like a few days, and I'm like, I finally got elected to be president, but God, I hate wearing a tie. See, it would be ridiculous. So for me, I'm lucky enough to get what I want in the world. And if kids want to hug me or kiss me or tell me about how great, they feel about our music, then who am I to complain about that? Hug away. Come up, hug me right now. Hug me all the time, because if I'm getting to do what I want in the world, then far be it for me to be an ass and tell you that you can't come up to us. I'm sure that you've asked that question of other people, and then they'll try to tell you some story about like, there was this one time that this girl did, and I'm whatever. Like, you're on tour, get over it. It's life. If you get to do this,
you're very matter of fact.
If you get to do this for a living, then you should just shut up and accept the fact that there are some people who will really like your music. Oh my God, no! People like my music. I need to complain about it. It's ridiculous.
Sort of a dream of mine. I've wanted to become a member of this band since you guys formed. So how can we make this happen, and what do I need to change?
All right, what is your name again?
My name is Bryan. BryanStars.
BryanStars. That's a good name. You got a pretty solid name.
Thank you, buddy.
We need to add. Is it Z? Is there a Z at the end? Or
No.
We need to make it a Z.
Okay.
We'll put like 4 Z's, so it'll be BryanStars.
Okay.
We need to get you like some sort of like glittery scarf.
Glittery scarf.
A very tight leather jacket with lots of sequins on it.
Okay. Can I have that one?
No, this one's mine. So we'll have to get you a different one.
How much for it?
No. That's not doable. You know what? I will take you to the places where we have very specific places that
We can go shopping after this.
We'll go shopping. How long have you been growing your hair out? How long?
Like a month, maybe 2.
All right.
About a month.
So we'll have to get you a wig of some kind. Then you have to come up with your own character design. Like, is there anything? What is your favorite animal?
Like a penguin? No, something fish. A tiger.
Stars with tiger face and a big black wig. That's
black wig. I'd like to have like a colorful wig, like maybe blue.
Recorder or the kazoo? Because we're looking for one of those.
Both.
Okay, good.
Okay.
BryanStars, Black Veil Bride's new recorder / kazoo player.
With tiger paint.
With tiger face paint.
All right.
And not my jacket.
And not your jacket, but we're gonna go shopping.
Yes.
And I want like one of those big, bold, like white tiger outfits.
That's a different band. That's not this band.
You can join a different. As long as it's black and white, you black. If it's black.
If it's black.
Okay.
If you wear a black leather tiger outfit, then I fear that a black leather tiger outfit may just look like a giant black just raincoat. I don't know. Then you might wind up looking like a penguin.
You look like You just sort of waddle around
Yeah.
on stage with my
Yeah.
kazoo.
This is getting worse by the second. You should just stop this.
I think this could happen. I like it.
It could happen, but I don't think it's going to, based on what we're talking. Listen, anyone can join a band. Not everyone has the ability to dress up like a penguin/tiger, play the kazoo, and wear a wig.
Only
So,
BryanStars.
BryanStars.
Aimer Adrenaline on Twitter. Talk about your tattoos, and I guess you have a red nail she wanted to find out.
My red nail thing, you can't see it, but this nail I always paint red. I would paint my nail red as a way of representing like my ability to believe in myself and believe what I thought was, right in life. And I could always look down at it and it was sort of a small reminder of who I was.
Do you have maybe just a crazy tour story that you wouldn't mind sharing with our viewers? Just a great, funny life. Okay, here we go.
This is a real, actual event.
Okay.
It's going to be really disappointing for you. Ready?
All right.
One time, I was on tour, and we were in Wichita, and a giant monster came and ate everybody.
Are you serious?
No, not at all.
Look,
No, I got a much better
just lie to
story.
me?
I did lie. You ready for this? One time, I was doing an interview in a gymnasium, and then I killed the interviewer after the camera got turned off. Bam!
Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. Come with me behind the scenes, backstage, and onto the tour bus to meet your favorite stars. We are backstage with Slipknot. I am here with my good friend, the American Idol, Chris Allen. I'll ask questions you've never heard before and show you the answers you won't find anywhere else. You said you're a Justin Timberlake fan.
No.
No? Maybe that wasn't you?
Oh my God, I shouldn't have smoked all that weed.
What do you like about Katy Perry?
Everything.
Happy
birthday, dear Brian.
Huge meaning or self-defining sort of thing.
I think we just lost one of our interviews. Rate, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Reporting for YouTube, I'm Brian O'Dell.
BryanStars! BryanStars!
I'm the reason you go on tour.
You're the reason I'm here, baby.